And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Here is Livingston. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Not much to complain about for Brooklyn fans with the Nets' road play last year. Looked pretty much the same as they did at home.
And, Kevin, that can cut both ways. I mean, the Nets were 19 and 22 on the road. Exactly the same record they had at Barclays.
Pulling out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. Maurice Speights out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Livingston in at the 1. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And Brooklyn has possession. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. And Young, here we go.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost. And for the Nets, on the road, they did have some differences. As a team, they shot better on the road than at home by a significant margin.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Out to the right wing. All sorts of time. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Sloan. Golden State's gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside.
You know, overall, the Nets had the same road record as they did at home. I mean, but late last year, they were the only team with more road wins than home wins. That was the case until their final game of the season, actually. These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Give it up for them on court arena, your Warriors girls.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Iguodala outside. There's the dish to Speights. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Speights has got 7.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now here's Johnson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Now here's Barnes. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Now here's Iguodala. He's got 7. Pass to Barnes. In the corner, Rush with it. Iguodala outside. 5 to shoot. No good. Good defensive work there by Young.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And Maurice Speights last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Speights. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo MVP from time to time.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He said to them, goal number one is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's Iguodala, following the basket by Thomas Robinson. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Lopez. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento. Good D by Thompson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Now here's Iguodala, following the miss by Brook Lopez. 2 minutes. On the wing, it's Iguodala. He's got 9. And Rush kicks to Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Now here is Jack. He has 6. Lopez drives in. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Lopez has got 6.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Iguodala against the bucket.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here is Jack. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. That's good. 7 points in the game. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Iguodala's drive. Rush dishes to Ezeli. And the wide open shot from Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 9 points for Draymond Green. Nets trail by 20. Jack with it. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Robinson passes to Lopez. Here's Rush, defended by Young. And Rush kicks to Thompson. Got it off in time. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing, Greg, from the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus. We've got the time right here, so they're making sure they got it right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
So as we conclude the first